In this movie clip, I'll be telling you on how to make a simple VB application with database using Microsoft Visual Studio 2010 professional software. So we will be making a small application which takes some information from the user and stores it onto the database. So let's get started. Click on File, New Project, Windows Forms Application in the Visual Basic. Give your project a title like registration in our case. Click on OK. Now whatever we want on our GUI or whatever we want our user to see, we will add those things under this form panel. Like we want to have some text boxes, so from this toolbox we will add 3 text boxes, and for each corresponding text box we will have some label and a button. On clicking this button, all the details in these 3 text boxes it will get stored into the database. So give this label a name like first name and this as surname and this as age. So here we have first name, surname, age. We will align this all these 3 text boxes and give this button name as submit button. We will change the name of the form as student registration. Now we are done with this. So if we want to change the title of this form, we can change it from here as registration. Now the next thing is having a database. So we'll go to Server Explorer, right click on this icon, just click on it, change this to Microsoft SQL Server. Here you have to enter your PC name, which you will get from computer settings. My PC name is Aman. So with Aman /SQL Express, and then we'll test the connection. It says test connection succeeded. So that means we have connected to Microsoft SQL Server client. Okay. And as soon as you click on OK, the connection is, or the test connection is succeeded. You will see your server over here. Now just click over here, tables, right click, add new table. Here now you can give names to your table, and column name is our, give it as f name, data type, and care, or whatever you want. You can select it from here. We'll select varchar. Here we'll put name and again varchar, and this has age, which will keep as integer. Okay, and save table 1 as give name as student. Okay, so a student table is ready. You can see it here, student table and the columns. Now we have to connect this form to the database, this database. So On clicking this submit title, the operation of transferring the data from GUI to table will be performed. So in this submit button 1 underscore click, we will write the code of the same. For that, we'll have to write some code. System.data.sql client. We will need a SQL connection. Then mycon as new SQL connection. Then this comes under public class. These are just variables. To initialize the variable, we need dim, then an SQL command, then a data reader, one data set, one adapter, and one input string. Also, we'll have to write two lines of code when the form loads. Okay, so here we'll be writing the code that should be executed when form loads, and here we'll be writing the code that should be executed when button 1 is clicked, that is a submit button. Now, to connect this database to a form, we will need a tool that is called binding source. Select this binding source, drag it here. On this binding source, right click, properties. So here you will get it as binding source 1. But over here we will need to add the data source. So data source, add project data source. Next. Here you will get your connection string. Just copy it, and from here you will have to select your database. Copy this connection string, Control C, next, it's retrieving the database. It will take few minutes. Okay, it's over here. Tables, so you can see as your student table, select it, and we're done, finish. So in a way you have connected your phone to the database. Now we will write its code. So as I told you that remember your copy somewhere else your connection string. So we'll just keep it over here as a while, and we'll embed it into a perfect code. And mycon is equal to new SQL connection. This will go under double quotes, and mycon dot open. Even if we write this code in the button click, that will also do. So we will just write it over there. Mycon dot open. Now we will format our input string. This will be basically a SQL query. Insert, I'll put it into double quotes. Insert into, so our table name is student. Here you'll have to put all those columns, comma name, comma age, and then values. Yes, plus plus. We have text box 1 dot text, comma text box 2 dot text, and in the same continuation text box 3 dot text. So we have formulated our SQL query. After formulating it, we will be using our CMD, that is SQL command. CMD is equal to new SQL command that will take parameters as our input string. See over here it says CMD text, the text of the query, which is stored in instr, and our connection, that is my con. Next, we will be needing an adapter, SQL adapter. It's a data adapter. Here we will be putting the select command, icon. Then we have to execute our query. Execute non-query. And now we will be making a function called as fill the grid. Either you can make it as a function if you have to execute this kind of code repeatedly, but since here we are doing it just for once, so you won't make it as a function. Initialize the data set. This new data set, and we will now fill the table with this command. ds comma r, here it says source table, that is student, and then my con dot close. So that's all, and we are done with it, done with the coding part. Save it, and we'll now execute it. So here is our form. Alright, so name and age is 21. Submit. So now how to check that the data has entered into the database. So you stop the application, right click here, show table data, and see it's all over here. Okay, that's how you have to do it for making an application with database. Thank you.